So it looks like Kanye has said something else. I guess a couple things. And, someone had just asked me, what I think about the situation concerning Kanye saying that black people chose slavery. I didn't really think too much about it because I'm like, Kanye probably has a reason behind what he's saying because I don't think Kanye is the idiot that everyone is trying to make him out to be. I think that either he's got a role that he's supposed to be playing under the control of Satan, or the Father is really using him to enlighten some people. Maybe he knows his time is almost up concerning his contract, and so he's just exposing things right now. But yeah, Kanye had said that people chose slavery. I understand people's plight concerning like who chooses slavery. Like no one asked to be beaten and like raped and all these kind of things. No one asked to be in bondage. However, when you do wrong, you are also asking for wrong. And so the curses of Deuteronomy 28, it states very clearly in verse 68, starting at verse 15, I think. So anyway, I got distracted by a kitten. I forgot what I was saying. Deuteronomy 15, that's where the curses start, and it talks about what happens when you don't obey the voice of God. And when it gets down to 68, it talks about how God will send you on slave ships back to Egypt, and no one will buy you. And of course, the Israelites were bought and not bought, but I think it's the whole concept of no one buying you has a different meaning than what I think is listed there, because I think in the New Testament it talks about like buying or selling, and it seems like it's in the context of like accepting someone or accepting their ways or something. I don't know. Anyway, something to pray about. But yeah, so Kanye said black people chose slavery. I mean, in a sense, because you chose not to follow the commandments of the Most High. But again, no one's like, okay, please enslave me, God. Like, no one's like that. But you also have to think about what happened in the garden. The Father gave Adam and Eve a choice. He said, you can eat from all the trees of the garden, but just don't eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, because if you do, you're going to die. You're going to die. But still, they had the choice to do it, but the Father had warned them. And so, the unfortunate thing is, people don't know that they have a choice. They don't know because Satan has done such a good job of blinding the minds of all humanity that they think they can just do whatever they want to and get away with whatever they want to, and all of it can just be cured with money and that kind of thing. That's not the truth. The only thing that's going to cure this disease is God and God alone. But we are constantly and consistently eating from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and then when bad things come upon us, we're all like, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? Well, you chose to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil and not the tree of life. You chose that. Even if you didn't know that you didn't have a choice, even if you knew you had a choice and didn't think that the outcome would be that bad, the fact of the matter is you still chose. You chose that. You chose to be enslaved spiritually, and now it is manifesting itself physically. That is a choice. Now, I also want to use the example of Joseph, because Joseph was sent into slavery because he was sold by his brothers, and Joseph represents like a type of Christ type deal. And so, I mean, you can't say the Christ was sent into slavery or anything. He wasn't, but he was killed, despite doing everything God had told him to do. And so, it's a similar type story. But yeah, I mean, that's not the case, however, with most people in the world, they're choosing to do wicked, and so wicked things are manifesting themselves. So I don't necessarily agree with Kanye, but I do understand, or I think I understand where he's coming from, because like I said, I don't think the guy's a fool. He's very spiritually aware. So you guys be blessed and have a good one. Bye.